Welcome to today's video. It's our final instalment of renovating a rental. In this video we're going to be showing you how we fitted the bathroom, and we were up against the clock. We fit in the bathroom as the tenants were moving in. Great little video, a few little tips. Yeah, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Right, well here we are, starting off now on our bathroom renovation. We've got the rip out missing because we had issues with the GoPro. Yeah, that's my fault for there, but here we are. Tiles are off, the suite's out. You can see in the pictures before what it looked like and how much work there was. We've got the skip loaded up and gone. It's a rental property, so we have to put in some ventilation that'll work off the lights. It needs that really. You can't guarantee that somebody's going to leave the window open to get that ventilation, so you know, when they're using the shower. So here we are doing that, drilling through to the outside for our extractor. We'll get the electricians in. They are installing new lights and putting the power into that as well. Right, there we are. We've overboarded the room, and we've put a skim coat to two of the walls, and then we've just left a rough coat on there, so we've got a bit of mechanical key for the tiles to go on. We've also put some waterproofing over them two walls behind the bath, so make it a little bit safer. There shouldn't be any leaks in the future, but just in case, it stops the plasterboard walls from getting destroyed. We don't want that. So here we are now. We're just sorting out the plumbing. The original radiator was just a straightforward standard radiator. We thought we'd treat the new tenants with a little towel radiator. Thought we'd put in a towel radiator, much nicer looking and more practical as well. There's more space behind for getting those towels behind and getting them dried. Made sure the BTUs were enough to warm the room. Just to make it fit, we just had to move one of the valves across there, as you can see. Walls aren't painted yet. We only just got it skimmed. So we did this bit of plumbing. We also did a bit of plumbing on the bath. There wasn't loads to move. We tried to make sure we got a bath where we didn't have to move the taps or the plumbing, so we could just swap like for like. Same as on the sink. We just put isolator valves on where there weren't any before. So if ever there's an issue, we can isolate the water supply easily. When that was done, we gave it a mist coat. Well, we got the radiator on, and we gave the whole room a mist coat of emulsion. Putting the isolators on the bath there and the hot water. Make sure you put the isolators on. There's an arrow on them, tells you which way the water flows. Make sure you put them the right way around and nip them up as recommended, nice and tight, and then a little extra quarter turn. Taking off the olives there, getting them ready for the new isolators at the back of the sink. And you see I like to put a batten on the wall there. There was the 1600 bath, that's the length of the bath. It wasn't quite enough to fill the space that we'd got. So I like to put a batten on there, just lower than the actual bath, so if we do need to pack it up, which we did in this case, well, you'll see after we put some boxing in, we've got a batten to fix to there. Of course, with it being a rental, we weren't too concerned about putting tiles down for cost-wise, and also the vinyl floor which is there. It's so easy to swap for the next tenant. If anything happens to that, you just take it off and cheaply replace it. There we have, put new skirting boards on. New bath, nice and level, new bath panel. Of course, as mentioned before, we took the electric shower out. The combi boilers are good enough for using the mixer shower. The new tenants said they weren't that bothered about having a shower in there anyway. They're happy to have a bath. But there's the option there with the shower attachment off the bath taps. Just making sure everything fits right, nice and level. We've got a bit of a hurry up. It all got a bit sped up on this instance. We thought we'd have more time to do this project, but the tenants, it was a last minute thing for those, and they were out of their house unexpectedly and wanting to move in much sooner than we'd anticipated. As you'll see, as we were leaving, they were moving in. We thought we had a few more weeks, really, but you know, it all worked out okay in the end. Oh, as you can see there, the tanky material that I painted on the walls behind, the shower just to give that extra protection. Yeah, here we are, you can see that it's pretty much a straight swap with the plumbing, but a little bit of adjustment just to get new pipe work up to the taps. I always recommend fitting the bath taps to the bath with nice long tails on them, so that when you come to plumb them in, you're not fiddling up behind in tight spaces, and you can do all the work where there's more space. Right, so here I'm just fitting the bath panel. It's quite a straightforward job. It comes in 2 pieces. So you just get the top section in, and then you just make up the bottom section to fit by gluing it behind a couple of screws. It's such an easy system for putting bath panels in, rather than having to trim a full-size piece. Well, you'll see. Quite straightforward, just gluing the back on there. I'll put a few screws in after as well, after that was fit. As you can see, the toilet's in. That was a straightforward fit. Plumbing was the same. Made sure we got a toilet that fitted exactly the same, even with the pipe for the fill of the toilet was on the same side, and that fits. Yeah, one good thing about it as well, working in the rental with nobody being there, I got to use one of the bedrooms to as like a little workshop. And here we are, fitting it, final trim. I like to put a bit of weight in the bath there as well. Also, I like to get some silicone round the bath when that's in, just as an extra layer of protection in case of, well, for when the water goes over the side of the bath. Oh, the sink's in as well. That was straightforward. Well, that's pretty much the bath's in, the sink's in, the toilet's in, flooring's in, skirting board's just pretty much now. Yeah, we had a little leak on there. It's always good to check before your final fitting of the bath panel. I leave them overnight normally, and I left a bit of plasterboard under there just so I could see any leaks. That's nipped up. And left that again, a few hours, the bath panel's on, or I've left the bath panel off, sorry, while I started the tiling, and I can go in after and make sure that there's no leaks under there. So I just found the centre of the bath, of that wall for the bath on there, and then we just start tiling. I like to put a piece of plywood over the bath, and there's some battens I like to use for a bit of strength as well, so we don't damage the bath. It's always a little tip for when you're doing this. If you have to do it with the bath in place, it makes it much nicer for working with that sheet of ply over the top. Yeah, I always like to keep the adhesive lines going the same way, and back buttering the tiles, as you can see, and these tile spaces are just fantastic. A nice cheap standard white tile as well. Nothing too fancy, nothing too expensive. Yeah, so we decided to use just a standard white tile, white grout, and silicone it round. Filled the bath up with water again before we gave it that final silicone. Tiled the windowsill, as opposed to putting a window board on there. I don't like to see wooden window boards in the rental bathrooms. Something less to paint and go wrong, so we tiled that as well. Put a couple of tiles behind the sink, just 2 tiles with some edging around there, and that was that. So here we are back at our rental renovation. This is day 10, final day, up against the clock a little bit. The new tenants are actually moving in as we speak. Last little job in this bathroom for us to do is fit this shower screen, give it a little bit of a clean, get all our tools out. The carpets have just been fitted. The paint's still drying in some of the rooms. There's a bit of painting to do in the bathroom. But once this is on, we're out of here and we'll give you a little walk around. You'll see it's a bit of bedlam because people are moving in and we're moving out, moving our tools out. So yeah, we'll get this on and give you that tour. Right, so that's it. Final little job in the bathroom. Shower screens in. New tenants in here, putting the bed together already. So we've got to get out. It needs a clean. But yeah, we'll show you around and show you what else we've done in here. 10-day to get it all done. It's all finished on budget. I think the most expensive thing has been the bathroom and carpets. I'm paying for the carpets to be fitted. Yeah, and also in this room, we changed this double glazed unit. You check out the video on that. There's a separate video, and it's just been freshened up, ready to get that rental coming in. So this carpet in this room has just been freshened up. A little bit of glossing on the woodwork. Of course, that window was changed, that's made a big difference. And a freshen up of emulsion around on the ceiling and the wall, all one colour. This room, again, it's had a quick mist coat of paint, just to freshen up. Wallpaper's been left, carpet smells lovely, it's been cleaned, and it's just, yeah, ready for them to move in now. Can't see that room, it's full of people. And down the stairs, the biggest thing here that we've done, well, apart from it being painted, is this carpet and this flooring. This flooring we actually found outside in the shed. This was left over from the original flooring. Nothing wrong with this, so we put that down there, saved some money on that. And then through into this room. Big difference, no bouncy floor, just a quick paint. Some of the differences that you might say between a rental and a forever home, you know, the walls haven't been prepped yet, you know, to any great degree, no re-skims or anything like that, just a quick go around, a quick paint over. The fireplace is not quite in yet. Somebody else was going to do, one of the new tenants' family was going to do it, they haven't got around to doing it, so we're going to get this on for them as well. Hopefully we'll get that done in a bit. Through into this room. One thing we did do is we've got an electrical safety certificate for this, and one of the issues that was brought up by the electricians was with the existing lights. They were no good, so they've been switched for these pendants and the wall lights as well in all these rooms. That's another outlay that you have to do. We've had the gas checked. The plumber was here last night, he's finished that off. He put a new valve on there, it was needed, but that's all safe. Tenants are in, look, they're getting the carpets in, get ready for moving. And the kitchen's just had a really good clean up. Have a look at that now. Right, here we are in the kitchen. We've not done anything really in the kitchen. Oh, we've placed a few little tiles there, they need grouting up as well. But the kitchen is sound, structurally sound, everything's safe. The hob's good, oven's good, tap's good, checked everything, dishwasher still works. So we didn't have to do anything here, just a really good clean that the new tenants have been doing. Right, out here we had visions of grandeur. No, we were going to get this jet washed. It would have been this weekend thing, but we're not going to get it done before the tenants are in. Probably come back in a little time when they're settled, and then because we'll be filming, the tenants don't want to be filmed, understandably, so they'll come back and give us a jet wash and repair this window. We'll do that soon as well. Right, this is another expense you've got to bear in mind. Skips, we've had one skip already, there'll be another skip. The garage is full of rubbish as well, so that'll be gone in a little while when that's here. Leftover tiles, always make sure you have a few leftover tiles. Sometimes I stick them underneath the bath panel, but they're going to be in the garage. So we've really got to get going. We don't want to be in the way. They're moving into their new home. A few little jobs are going to come back. We'll finish them off over the next week or so. But that's it. Our little renovation of a rental. Money's going to start coming in now. That's what it's all about. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you like this video, to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.